Yeah, what did we do last time?
I don't even remember.
It's been a second.
It's been a second.
Maybe this should be our intro.
Yeah.
We may not win today, gentlemen, but we'll have a good time.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to Rob's painting journey, the Couch to 5K little painting thing we're doing. Today we're going to paint this Mini. This is a Reaper Mini. We'll show some close-up shots of it. It's just a Mini that has a little bit more detail, and it's got metal weapons, so we're going to kind of look at doing that a little bit. And like I said, just more details, so it's just going to be a little bit of a step up. So we'll kind of plan out how to paint it, and we'll show you a little before and after. So take a look at it and give me your first kind of thoughts from, you know, it was really cool for me to see last time you go from your no experience, no instruction Mini to one that even just a little bit of instruction felt like it made a big difference.
Oh, it
right?
definitely made a huge difference.
So going from that to having now, you know, a little bit more confidence, what do you think when you're looking at this Mini?
Definitely going to be a little bit more challenging. He's not wearing a robe like the other two I've painted so far. So definitely some more detail in like his clothing.
Yeah.
And then of course he's got metal weaponry, which definitely needs some.
That's going to be a very, very easy fix, but
you definitely have some detail in his face mask area.
yeah,
You can definitely see.
And so I just think those are going to be some kind of details you might regularly run into when you're painting up your kind of soldiers for the warband for Frostgrave. So I think that this Mini is kind of just a good next step into some of the things, you know, be painted for that kind of stuff. So
All right.
we'll take a look at it. And like you said, yeah, this one doesn't have. I purposely picked some wizards that just had nice, you know, kind of. The robes would have little folds to them or something, but for the most part, that robe is a nice little block where it's easy to just block that out and paint it. So there's a little bit more, like with the muscles, there's a little bit more curvature and that kind of thing. But the same way that like last time when we did that shade over a little wash kind of shade over the flesh and the face and everything, made everything really pop. We're gonna use that trick again. Maybe when you go to make your warband, right? Do you do the warband? Do we sneak up on it and the wizard? The 5K, the final run is where you paint the wizard without my instruction at all. I keep silent like the first one.
Yeah. I
Or
think that would make a lot of sense.
That would be kind of cool. So I'll help you. I'll keep helping you up like through the warband, the soldiers and the knights and the whatever, you know, those, and the apprentice. I'll still help you if you want, or maybe the apprentice and the wizard, or maybe just the wizard at the end, and then we have a wizard that you did without my instruction before we started, and you have a wizard that you did without my instruction after your training.
It's like my final.
It's like
final
yes,
exam.
it's like your final exam, and a direct
wizard.
reflection on me as a team. How good a friend I am. You know.
Yeah, no pressure.
No. Yeah, I may try to pick out my wizard and apprentice for this, and next time maybe paint the apprentice. So you want one or the other.
Yeah, I definitely want to like watch you in action.
Yeah.
See.
Like you say, especially now.
That's another thing too. I've never coordinated colors before.
Yeah.
You know? Or at least that's not
Yeah.
that is not something I'm good at. Like, what color goes with this?
I don't know. Yeah. As a rule of thumb, what I've learned, pick bolder colors than you think. Because sometimes I look at people post their collection of their minis that they've painted, and it's a lot, but they just look like a sea of gray. Like they've got a lot of really muted, kind of colors that have been subtle, or if they go brighter, it kind of catches your eye a little more, But
It's possible to go a little too monochrome.
yeah, I think it just happens accidentally, especially if people are trying to make them look a little more realistic. Like they don't want to do these bright colors, but really,
no one's got a bright blue gun.
yeah, exactly. But to have like the gun casing really bright or something like that, if you had your Space Marines or something, like it actually helps make them stand out really well, I think.
So, in terms of weapons,
Yeah,
we pretty much just use
yeah.
a dark stone.
I like the idea of, let's see, the oak brown. Did that work out okay? Or taking this really dark battlefield brown maybe, and paint the wood, and then and then maybe do the pig iron. One thing I will say is I would do this brown first and do the pig iron last, because I'll show you something. The little metallic flakes, when you wash out a brush, they're going to be in the water. So
and they could get on.
Then it looks like, why is that leather cloth shining? Like glitter on it or something. Yes, honey?
Anything you need to create stuff for D&D or tabletop games in general. A little bit of this stuff goes a long way.
The pig iron?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks really good, doesn't it?
Looks really cool.
I would, especially with the metal, the white underneath might kind of show through a little bit. I would, do it, let it dry, give it a second coat. And I find that the metallics dry a little quicker. You might want to rinse and keep the brush a little wetter than you usually think.
Gotcha.
There's just something about that quality. They're a little goofier and thicker, right? They look a little more, honestly, he's starting to look not bad at all right now. Just getting paint on every surface,
Right.
it does a whole lot. One thing I'll say too is, is his mask metal?
Yeah.
I forgot if it was flesh or metal, but I think the fur will look good then with that little light dry brush. The bone, the nice thing about ending on a dry brush is it's going to look dry and, sun bleached, kind of like it's been, for a long time. And so I think everything probably should be okay. Cool. If we had like oiled leathers or, something that we wanted to make look gritty, then we could end on the wash. But I think we should be good. So just hit the slather the thing.
And just everything.
Everything, yep.
Just put it all over everything.
It's worth just hitting it and move it around. The only thing I'd say, you don't need to do the base. But
sure.
Everything else should be cool. And just kind of watch it, because especially once you do a lot of it, you could find like a little, like I'm thinking about areas like down in here, down in this crevices, there's a lot of area in there, and it's kind of gravity. If we set it up like this, it could easily pool there. Yeah, so sometimes it's good to babysit a wash a little bit. Put it on, come back in a couple of minutes, just make sure there's not big areas where you need to kind of pull it away, wick it away, but for the most part,
Alright.
it's gonna be good. This would be a good brush, a smaller dry brush, to be able to get around his helmet. And it wouldn't be too bad to use for everything, because it's not a ton of dry brushing to cover.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. So, tell me what you think about, now you got this guy finished.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about it? What do you feel like was different? What do you feel like you picked up from this one?
I definitely felt a lot smoother, especially with like my brush strokes and stuff and getting into the detail of things.
Mm-hmm.
And not so much worrying about like getting paint in the wrong spots.
Mm-hmm.
Just knowing that wash is coming later and that's really gonna even a lot of stuff out.
Yep.
Yeah, it made me feel a lot better about it.
And at the end of the day, I especially think, if you're making, sometimes there's a difference between what I think of as like if you're playing like a Warhammer or Kill Team or Skirmish, like for Frostgrave, for the Wizards, we're probably going to try to go a little bit more all out for our main character guys. But for what some people describe as sometimes your rank and file guys or your normal guys, or like if this is an NPC or something in a D&D game, or just someone who's maybe not as important, at the end of the day, it is just a playing piece. And so the minute that it's painted and it's got, a little bit of color to it, it already is kind of filling its role. It can even fill its role blank, but just a little bit of paint makes it, feel a whole lot more alive, kind of.
Oh, for sure.
So just getting...
definitely came to life. I
yes,
mean,
yeah.
Absolutely, from where it was. Like, it looks so much better with just a little bit of paint on it.
And, the flesh and the wash just makes it, so much better than just an unpainted mini. So at the end of the day, if you get, like Rob was saying, I definitely agree with that. Don't worry about little tiny mistakes on a mini, when you're looking at this and using it as a playing piece, like you're not going to see those things. And I mean, it's always good to kind of drive yourself to get a little bit better at your painting. You're going to get cleaner the more you do it, but don't let making little mistakes like that or getting outside of the lines type of things stop you from just painting a mini, because we'll throw up a little kind of revolving shot of this mini like before and after, and I mean, it looks dang good, dude. Next time, we're planning on, I was kind of talking to Rob while we were painting this one, next time I think we're going to plan on me doing one, so that Rob can kind of critique now that he's got his feet wet with this and kind of has some things down, so he can see me paint and ask me questions while I'm going. Now
that I know what to ask.
Exactly. Now that you kind of know like the process, and you kind of, maybe if you see me do something, you're in a little better place to go like, wait, why are you doing that, or what's that all about? And just to maybe see if there's things that there's so much you could cover, right? Little things that I'm maybe not thinking about if you pick up on them.
Like, I kind of understand what's going on.
Yeah, we'll kind of flip roles and do that to see how much that helps. So you get to play critique or question kind of person next time. So we'll be looking to do that, and then get back into painting probably in a little bit here. I bet you'll feel comfortable starting to paint up your guys for your warband.
If you think so.
Okay. We'll see. But that's our plan for the next one. So we'll see you then.
Catch you next time.